Okie dokie, Dad. So I'm thinking that it's probably best to go through some of these builds that I have so you can see them and the way they play, and that's probably easier than you trying because I've already tried them, and you might get an idea of kind of what might work, what might not work. I have four builds now that are really good. I'd say three and a half really, because three of them I'm really happy with. One of them, like the tank, I've still got a bit of work to build, but I can show you how it works so you can decide if you want to build more. I'm going to do it on legendary so you can see the actual damage it does on the highest level, but I'm not going to be doing these to actually complete them, so there's a good chance that I'll get put down quite quickly. But I just want to show how the variations in playstyle change, because some of these just won't suit you, and some of them you probably go, oh nice. The biggest thing is some of these require a healer within the team, because getting the positioning and being close to sacrificing yourself, particularly on the status build, is really important to get the most out of it. But I'll go through it anyway. So the first one is the Hanu build. You have a build very similar to this, but this is easily the best build. Like, a lot of the time I almost feel like I'm cheating with this. I'm going to go through this because I can show you the way I play with it, but then if Jeremy wants to copy it, so I'm just going to run through it. Most of the stuff you already know on this build, but the most important parts on this build is the harmony, because the talent that you get hitting an enemy grants 20%, and then using a skill or damage in with a skill gives you 20% weapon damage. Like, that's all that you do with this build. It's like the most important part of this build. It's really easy to increase damage. You don't have to kill anyone, you just hit them. So you don't need to be firing all the time, because you don't have a lot of armor with this build. Most of the time you want to be as far away from the enemy as you can, particularly on legendary, and let your skills do the work. And the reason why this is so good is that even though you can put out loads of damage, once your skills are up, they defend you as well. So that's how you can counteract low armor, but you really don't want to have your head sticking up at any point. So that's the weapon. And the backpack talent on this one is the perfect combined arms, because again, shooting an enemy, all you have to do is hit them once, and it increases your skill damage for 30%. So basically, by just hitting someone, you're supercharging your skills between those two talents. The rest of the stuff is weapon damage and skill haste. Like, I have some incredible rolls on here now. It's all as good as I'm probably going to get without falling lucky. You have better knee pads than me, but apart from that, it's pretty close. Like I say, you know a lot, so I'll just kick it off, because then I'll get through the other builds. So sometimes it's kind of hard to explain without showing. Oh, my battery's low. 1 second. That's not a good start. Okay, hopefully you can still hear me, and if not, okay, so hopefully you can still hear me now after that switch. So this is legendary. It's what we was doing the other night. So with this, I want to get my turret in a good place, and ideally I want time to get this up, and then I want to shoot someone. So those two orange markers at the front there mean that both of my skills are, and now I want that to do the work. So the weakness of this build is that if they charge me, I'm going to be pretty screwed, but it should be doing so much damage that it'll at least whittle them down. So I can see there that my drone, so it's gone. What I need to do now is keep an eye on that countdown clock that's going down, because as soon as it goes to 0, I need to get it back out, because that's the power in this build. So you might see me kind of creeping forward sometimes. It's not because I'm pushing on. I need to get like a target to send my drone in. So that's all I need to do. As soon as I see those little tabs, and then I'll run away. If I can get an easy shot at someone, I will now, but I'm not going to risk my armor. But you can see there, my skills are keeping them busy. That's on legendary. Like, they've not run past them yet. They keep the drones away. Like, I'd love now just someone to pop their head up, just so I can supercharge my skills. But it's not worth it. So now I've lost my turret, so I need to be careful, because they're going to push on, because there's only my drone, and that's not going to last too long. So I'm okay at the minute, if I can get that back up. There we go. So if he sticks his head up there, come on. look out for those orange markers in the middle. See, there's one because I've shot it. If my skill hits it, I'll get 2 oranges. I've just noticed my my turret is in a rubbish place, so that was a bad throw. So I'm going to blow it, because again I've got my turret out, so that'll keep him busy. Terrible shooting. There we go. So now I've got supercharged skills. It's worth the risk sticking that up there. So I'm getting shot at, getting out of the way because it's not worth the risking. That will cost me an armor kit. Come on. Again, those 2 orange squares that popped up mean that now my skills are supercharged just by shooting them. So the other thing is you really want your turret and your drone firing at the same target, because that's how you wipe their armor and the health down really quickly. And the other thing is, like, I know that that's a medic now, so I'm going to target everything on him, because I don't want him healing everyone. So you can see there, like, my drone does incredible damage. So at the minute, this is the worst part of the build, because I have no skills out now. So I'm going to have to sacrifice a bit of ground here, and just chuck that on the floor. Because if I pushed on that time, I have nothing to defend me. So I'll have to give up a bit of ground. No. So if I can get a shot in now. There we go. So I'm too low to chance that anymore now, so I'm going to have to use an armor kit. We're getting a bit close. So now I'm going to fall back. So I've still got a turret. It's not in a great place. So I'm going to hopefully just get rid of these few and then try and push it on again a little bit. So both skills are back. I'm going to target that guy with both my shoulder buttons. And this guy. So I'm just going to fire once at him, because I'm going to let my skills then do that, because I don't have many armor kits. So now I can help him out because he's running the other way. Okay, so while that's there, I've still got half a good turret. He's nearly dead, so I'm going to put both my shoulders on him to get rid of him. Okay. Good old drone keeping them away. We've got a charger. So they're trying to wear down my turret now. You can see them all hovering. And we've got one breaking through there. So I'm just going to shoot him once. I'm going to set both my skills on him. And my drone is back. So I didn't panic there, didn't run away. I knew that my drone was going to come back and it would defend me. And now I'm back on the front foot. So my turret is going to blow. So I need to get a bit of in a better position here. So I'm going to blow it so it cools down quicker. And because of one of my skills. So I was able to throw that out because my drone was shooting at the other people. Otherwise there was no way I would have got that out. So even though that looked like a suicide run, what I've managed to do now is keep them busy. And push them back a little bit. So again, I don't want to risk too much here. I can get my turret into the mix there. And now that guy is nearly dead, so I'm going to focus on him. I'm going to try and keep targeting now with my two shoulder buttons, the same people. Oh, got a warhound, so it's time to run. So then again, look, I've got my two orange boxes, which means my skills are supercharged again. And I'm going to keep taking pot shots. Now, I'm about to lose my drone, but my turret's still doing pretty good. So because I've got good skill haste, it only takes me about 15 seconds to get my skills back. So I'm going to risk trying to get in a better position here when I throw my drone back out. So looks like we're doing okay. So that all I need to do is get a target to send my drone off. And if I can just hit this guy, I'll get my... There we go. As soon as I get those two orange squares, we're doing alright. Okay, it looks like there's still a few left, so I'm not ready to be up there just yet. There we go. I'm going to use them to power up my skills. And I need to blow my turret because it's just about to explode. So if you blow it, it cools down quicker. Whereas if it blows on its own, it takes a little bit longer to come back. But if you've got loads of skill haste on your build, it doesn't make a lot of difference. So now I have no skills defending me, so I'm going to have to fall back. So I don't really want my turret there, but I was using it that time rather than to attack, than just to defend, so I didn't get rushed. Both shoulders on that. I'm not going to run now because if I run it'll hit me, even if it's coming round here. So, it's pretty close. So even though that was pretty close, I still survived that by not running out in the open. If I'd have run out, it would have put me down instantly. So I have no armor kit, so I just need to be a little bit more careful. You can see now my skills back out, and I am mopping them up. So I'm not going to keep firing because I don't want to stick my head up. I don't have much armor. But I do want to keep my skills charged, so it's just a shot here and there. Again, you need to aim both your shoulder buttons to make sure you're focused on one target at a time. So I'm actually going to hold here because I don't have enough armor to push on. I'm literally one shot away from being deaded. But I'm hopeful that up there somewhere there's at least an armor kit I'll be able to pick up in a minute. And while I keep running forward, I'm in a good position with this build. Is when they stop running, I'm going to be stuck. I don't know if you saw that come up, but my chest talent is the one that I have 25% chance of cancelling cooldowns. That's what just happened there. But so if I blow something, I'm going to get my next skill back instantly. Okay, that doesn't sound good because that sounds like a warhound. Okay, I'm just gauging if I need to throw a grenade. So I'm going to have to blow my turret, but it should come back instantly. There we go. And I'm going to be cowardly custard, and I'm going to put it back in this hole. I will take those armor kits. Okay, I'm actually going to blow my turret again there, because... Oh, that was a mistake, because my drone... Oh, it's okay, my drone can come back and defend. Stick on an armor kit while I'm waiting for them to come back. Get my turret back in a better place. I can see that warhound over there, so I'm going to take a cheap shot. I need that. Come on, I just need the shoulders of the elm. Send both of them in. Come on, drone. Look at that. My drone's decided not to work. So okay, I'm going to blow my drone because it's decided not to work, which is quite annoying. So I'm going to keep my turret supercharged. Come on, 3 seconds, 2 seconds. There we go. So now I've just charged up both of mine, and that armor bar should start flying down. Ta-da! So that is Hanu on Legendary. Just have a quick look, see if I've got anything. So a lot of it is the rolls on the gear and the combos. Like this gear set's incredible. But some of it is just knowing when to push, when not to. Like there was a perfect example there of the Warhound running around. Like there's a bit of a gamble, but if I'd have moved, I would have definitely died. Whereas you could see by just standing in cover and relying on my skills just to keep him busy, I was able to survive that. Only just, but I definitely would have died if I'd have moved. So stuff like that, that's what makes or breaks. I'll leave it there. Hopefully there's some tips in there and you can see how I use it just to get a little bit more out of it, and I'll show you the other ones.